What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe, neversay.com, and welcome to 2020. So, to kick off the year, we're going to begin with a 4-part series about conditioning. Now, more specifically, really hard, fast, short 10-minute long conditioning that you can throw in at the end of your strength days. Now, this conditioning is not only going to make you stronger, believe it or not, it's also going to make you leaner, more athletic, healthier, all the benefits about conditioning. I'm not going to get into those currently right now because I've done a lot of videos about that. In fact, if you guys check down below in the description, I am going to leave you guys a couple links to an entire playlist full of a bunch of conditioning videos from me, as well as timestamps. So if you guys do not want to listen to me pontificate, you do not need to. Also, really fast, for all of you about ready to click off the video because you're in a bulking phase and you think a little bit of conditioning is going to ruin all of those hard-gotten gains, guys, I'm only talking about 10 minutes after your strength work. So to do the math, there are 10,080 minutes in a given week. I'm only asking for 10 so you don't have a heart attack or a stroke. I'm fairly certain that your body is not going to get confused thinking that you're a marathon runner and eat up all that hard-done muscle. Now, guys, the reason why it is a 4-part series is because each one of these videos is going to be addressing what to do at the end of each one of your strength days. So I'm assuming you have a day for your bench press, your squat, your deadlift, and your overhead press. So today's video is going to be based around the bench press, but we are going to cover the rest in future videos unless you guys tell me not to in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys like this or you do not like this. Also, for Christmas, I got some new lighting. I got some new microphones. I got a bunch of new equipment for my videos, so I'm going to be trying to throw some stuff together now. I did throw some lighting right behind this in about 1 second. I have not messed with it whatsoever. I set it up and threw it up. So if it looks like junk, you let me know in that comment section down below. So the basic idea here is that each one of these videos is going to represent your day or your body part. Now, for each one of those days at the gym, for instance, your bench day, I'm going to be giving you 4 different conditioning protocols or 4 different conditioning workouts that you get to do at the end of your session. So we're going to go ahead and assume that your average day, you come in, you do your strength work, then you have some volume stuff, probably some assistance stuff, then you get out the door. If you do any type of conditioning, it's probably something like a couple minutes on a treadmill or whatever else that is you get into. Now, all that I'm gonna do is give you 4 more options that you guys can try instead of that dumb treadmill work that's really not doing a whole lot for you. Now, the reason why I'm giving you 4 different workouts for each body part is because if you guys have been a fan for the channel of any amount of time, you will know that I give away free programs pretty regularly, and just about every single one of them is based off of 3 or 4 week waves, meaning that you're gonna have 3 or 4 main bench days per wave, meaning that you need 3 to 4 examples of conditioning workouts to finish these workouts with. So I'm just trying to give you all the tools you need to be as successful as possible in 2020. Now, as I mentioned briefly earlier, each one of these sessions is going to be approximately 10 minutes. Some might be a little bit over, some might be a little bit under, but you can just about guarantee you're going to work really, really hard for 10 minutes and then you can walk out the door and not think about it anymore. Also, the reason why I broke it up into the different days or body parts is because nothing is worse than when you go through a hard conditioning session and then you need to squat 2 or 3 days later and you find that your legs are feeling heavy or just not fresh or whatever because of that conditioning session, and now your strength stuff is going to suffer. And that's the absolute last thing that you want to do if you're trying to gain strength or mass. So you really want to keep the conditioning smart and not just completely haphazard. For that reason, all this stuff that I'm going to be throwing down today for your bench day is going to be bench related. So it's mainly going to be working your triceps, your shoulders, your pecs. It's going to be hitting a lot of the same things and mimicking a lot of the same exercise that you'd be hitting as assistance exercise or regular exercise. Or really, it's just about manipulating a clock in the course of 10 minutes to trick yourself into thinking that this 10 minutes is gonna go faster than it actually is, or it may actually become fun. So I believe that covers just about everything. Let's jump into 4 different options you have to finish off your bench day. Now again, guys, these are actually designed to be at the end of your workout because if you do them beforehand, you're probably gonna tire yourself out too much and those muscles are gonna be pre-exhausted for your strength stuff. So I'm gonna assume you're gonna come in, hit your strength stuff, any volume stuff that you need to, assistance things, and then we're gonna jump right into this here. Now, if you have bought any type of program from me or you've watched some of my assistance finishers videos and things like that, you will know that I am a fan of something called the push-up challenge. Now, this is something I actually stole from T-Nation many, many moons ago. I can't remember who wrote it or whatever, but T-Nation guy, you were awesome for coming up with this. I just kind of enhanced it. But the push-up challenge is one of those things that you want to do with a group of friends after one of those really, really heavy bench days where literally your arms are so fried that you're going, there is no way I can wash my hair in the shower later. On those days, you grab a couple friends, you guys all stand around in a circle. Now from here, just begin in standing position. You're gonna drop down, perform 1 push-up, and then stand. Once everyone is stood, then you're gonna drop down and do 2 push-ups, and then stand. and then 3 push-ups and stand and 4 push-ups. You guys see how this goes. Depending on the level of hard work in your group or how fried you guys are, or how experienced you are, you guys can go up to a certain number and work your way back down. You can just try to hit a peak. You can do whatever it is that you guys want to do because that's all body weight and that is on you and your group. Now, there's always someone in the group that didn't work quite as hard as everyone else and is kind of gaming it and they're like, oh, come on, I don't know what's wrong with you babies. I don't know what's so hard about this. If you have that guy, what you do is the push-up challenge with dumbbells. Now, all you're gonna do is the exact same thing as the push-up challenge, except you're gonna have dumbbells in your hands. So you're gonna begin in standing position with those dumbbells. Now, how heavy those dumbbells are gonna be up to you and how heavy you want it to be on your friends. But you basically stand there with the dumbbells, you drop down in push-up position, you perform 1 push-up, stand. As you stand with those dumbbells, you perform a clean and you do 1 press above your head, just 1. Then you drop back down, do 2 push-ups, stand, 1 press above your head. Drop back down, 3 push-ups, stand, 1 press above your head. Now, I know you're thinking, why don't you do more press above your head? And the reason why is because you won't make it. We tried doing that, it didn't work out at all. It works better if you just do 1 press. It fries your shoulders just enough to make those push-ups absolutely miserable. I would highly recommend that. If you are sadistic enough or you didn't work hard enough on your actual strength work, then I would encourage that you maybe try doing presses with your push-up. Don't, just 1 press. And again, since we are keeping it 10 minutes, either work as far up as you can in 10 minutes or work up to 5 minutes and then work your way back down the ladder. And for the second bench conditioning workout, all you're gonna need is a bench and a barbell. Now you're gonna load that barbell to somewhere between 50 to 70% of your 1 rep maximum. Now, you can use any variation you want. So if you do have a weak point in your bench press, say your triceps, maybe you wanna use a pin press or a board press or a close grip bench press or something that's gonna be more tricep intensive. Whatever you're gonna do, just make sure that you use 50 to 70% of whatever 1 rep maximum that variation is. Now, once your bar is all set up, you are going to need to set a clock for 10 minutes. Now, every single minute is going to be a block of its own, the first 20 seconds of which you are going to get as many bench presses as you possibly can. So clock hits 1, you start bench pressing for 20 seconds. Let's say you get somewhere between 6 and 12 reps, somewhere in there, depending on what percentage you're using. Now, clock hits, you have 40 seconds to rest before you have to go again. Once it starts back up, it's time to go again. Now you have 20 seconds of work with 40 seconds of rest. Clock hits again, 20 seconds of work, 40 seconds of rest. Now, I will say to make this as beneficial as possible to you, I would take about 30 seconds of rest and then take that last 10 seconds to really work on getting your bench set up as good and as perfect as possible because you don't want to go into a bench press rushed for injury reasons. And number 2, you don't want to cement bad habits. You're either ingraining good reps or bad reps. So just make sure you're doing the right thing. Take that 10 seconds before your rest is done, get set up correctly. Once that minute clicks over, 20 seconds, as many reps as possible, and go for it. Now, the percentage that you use is going to greatly change. You're gonna think that this is gonna be pretty easy until about round number 3 or 4, and then you're gonna start hating your life. Now, what percentage you use is completely up to you and what you were doing the conditioning for and the benefits that you're looking for. However, one thing that I like to do is the first 4 rounds or the first 4 minutes of this, I will try to stick to 70%. And then the next 3 rounds, I'll kick down to about 65%. And then the last 3 rounds, I'll finish all with 60%. And then the next time I come around, maybe I'll try to stay at 70% for an extra round or not, or I'll manipulate it. I'll do whatever I need to do. Just play around with the time and the weight and you'll be shocked. 20 seconds of full out reps will absolutely destroy you a lot faster than you're thinking it will. And the third bench conditioning workout, if you so choose to partake, is going to be 5 rounds. Now, each round is going to consist of 4 30-second time periods. So 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, meaning 2 minutes per round. You have 5 rounds, 10 minutes. Math major. Now, what you choose to stick in these 30-second slots is completely up to you and where your weak points are or what you're trying to accomplish during this workout. But for me personally, I try to use things that I can smoke myself pretty good on. So my first 30 seconds, I'm gonna do 30 seconds of as many squeeze presses as I possibly can. Now, you guys might call these something differently. Basically, I'm just taking 2 dumbbells, squeezing them together and pressing them a bunch of times. As soon as that 30 seconds is up, I'm gonna drop to the ground and either perform burpees or bodyweight man makers, dumbbell man makers, or even push-ups if I am completely fried. But oftentimes I do like to drop the body weight here because I am dealing with such failure, especially into the later rounds, and I don't want to drop anything on this beautiful face. My third block 30 seconds is probably gonna be something like a bear walk or a gator walk or even something like a tricep extension, something that's really gonna be pushing my triceps to that absolute limit. As soon as I'm done that, I'm probably gonna jump into about 30 seconds of rest, all right? After that 30 seconds of rest is done, I start the whole thing back over. I might need to manipulate weight, most likely. I'm gonna need to drop some, but this is not about weight. It's about conditioning, burning out your muscles, getting your lungs working, get your heart working, and just feeling better about finishing off your workout strong. So again, choose whatever exercises are gonna work best for you. Stick them in a 30 seconds as many reps possible, right to 30 seconds as many reps possible, 30 seconds as many reps possible, 30 seconds rest. Do that 5 times, 10 minutes, bench conditioning done. Okay, and the fourth bench conditioning workout session, if you so choose to participate. This one's actually body weight and is sort of a mindset challenge, so it'll be better with friends because shared suffering is always better than just suffering by yourself. So step number 1, find a clock. Step number 2, drop down and perform as many push-ups as you possibly can in 60 seconds. You cannot break plank position, all right? You can stick your butt up in the air, you can shake your arms out, you can do whatever you want, but if your knees touch the ground, you are done. But get as many as you possibly can in 60 seconds. Do not sandbag this. Please go full out. Then you get 1 minute of rest. Also in that minute, take the number of reps that you scored in 60 seconds and multiply it by 3. So if you got 50 reps in that minute, now you have 150. And the mathematician that I am will tell you that you have 8 minutes left. Now in that 8 minutes, you're just gonna try to get 150 push-ups. So whatever you got in that 60-second time frame, you're going to try to triple it and get it done within that remaining 8 minutes. Now, if you do this correctly, you should be completely shot after 60 seconds because if you truly go full out and only rest 1 minute, it is tough to get your body to produce force when it really doesn't want to. So that's what this is entirely about. Now, if this seems too easy to you, you can either multiply that number by 4, by 5, or whatever you want to do, or you can choose to stay in that plank position the entire time, never break it, and still get that multiple of 3. So if you got your 50 push-ups in that 60 seconds, now you have 150 push-ups without breaking plank position, and you need to get it done within 8 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Those are 4 bench conditioning workouts that you guys can throw in at the end of your workout if you choose to. Again, leave in the comment section down below whether you like this or you don't like this, because there are 3 other main muscle groups or main exercises that I would like to cover, and if you guys would like to know it, those would be very good videos for me to accomplish very quickly. I am pumped to be back. I kind of took the end of December, took kind of easy so I could focus more on my family. There was a lot of things going on, so I'm excited to be back. I have this new equipment. Hopefully these lights don't make me look too much like a serial killer, but hopefully this did provide you guys with something you guys can use for your future. If it does help, keep it. If it doesn't, go ahead, discard it. Doesn't matter to me, guys. I do appreciate every single one of you for all the programs that you guys have been buying, for all the t-shirts, for all the ways you guys support me, even just watching the videos, liking, sharing, subscribing. It means the world to me. I'm hoping 2020 is going to be an awesome year, not only for you, for me, for the gym, for absolutely everybody, and it would absolutely not be possible with you, the viewer. So I know I say it all the time, but I truly, truly do appreciate it. I am living the life of my dreams, and it would not be possible without each and every single one of you. So seriously, thanks. I will catch up with you guys later in the week. Until I do, go out to something amazing, realize, keep working hard, people. Be nice to each other. Seriously. It's very bright looking in this light. I'll see you later.